Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's Feature Friday stream. There were big air quotes there if you didn't realize. It is a beautiful Saturday afternoon, and yeah, let's open up.
Yeah.
Oh yes, and I have Derp King with me for those of you who are watching on YouTube, and
Hi, everyone.
and he says hi. Well, I mean, you could hear him say hi, hopefully, but just to reiterate, in case you thought he was not saying. I don't know. Anyway,
Set! Go!
so if you recall from last week, we have these ion packs here. If I pick one up, it says you found a new ion pack. Notice now it says they're new. That is to say I haven't collected them before. If I restart the level,
Ready! Set!
They're gone.
Go!
they don't even show up.
Ooh.
Now, if I exit the level and come back, let's do that the fun way through the console.
Ready! Set! Go!
Then, you see here, they're back, but when I pick them up, it says I already found them. So yes, those are ion packs, and if I... if I echo the number of ion packs I have, I get 2.
Yay.
So, it keeps track of how many you have, and it keeps track of which ones you've gotten. And it actually saves this information. So if I quit the game,
Oh, dear.
I need to fix this, by the way. If I quit the game, I can open up this file called save.cs. Now, save.cs is essentially prefs.cs, but it's specific to things regarding your save file. That is to say, things that are like a part of your progress through the game, and not like preferences like your controls or your audio setup or what have you.
So it's easier to clear your preferences if you want to without losing your save data.
Actually, what I was thinking is it's easier to clear your save data without having to reset your controls.
Well, okay.
But I guess it works either way. So if I say remove those two lines now, or if remove that line and change that other line now I don't have that pack. So if I open up the level again,
Ready! Set!
it should
Go!
still think I have this pack. Yep, you already found. And then
Yep.
this one shows up as new.
Yay.
So yes.
You should, like, color packs differently that you already have or something, or, like, make them semi-transparent. Sort of like Mario 64 did.
That's a good idea. I will keep that design decision in mind. Don't let me forget that, folks. And then over here we have the ion cells.
AKA Lego bricks.
Over here we have the ion cells, which, when you collect them, have a smaller particle effect. These are new, although they're basically just 1/5 of an ion pack. Like, literally 1/5. Like, if I echo the, if I echo, whoops, not ion cells. If I echo how many ion packs I have, it shows up as 2 and 1/5. Now, ion cells are somewhat different from ion packs in their behavior, in that if we restart the level, the ion
Set.
cells don't show up at all.
Go!
The reason for this is that they're intended to be a smaller thing, things that will kind of just be scattered throughout levels to some extent. And it would be annoying to just see a bunch of them and not know which ones you've collected and which ones you haven't. Even if I were to make them semi-transparent or something similar, it'd be like, you know, what happens? Like you know, you'd have to at least look at them to tell. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So what do ion packs and ion cells do? Just to clarify for those of you who are not quite aware. So, the general goal of Quaternion is you beat levels, you continue to beat levels until you get to the last level and you beat that level. But in the process, you will also be doing some sort of side quest type things, collecting ion packs and ion cells. Ion cells, their only purpose is to count as 1/5 of an ion pack, so that you can eventually then, pick up an ion pack, by you essentially earn an ion pack by getting 5 of them. There will eventually be some sort of, indicator of that, like, I'm thinking I have a little thing drop down from the top of the screen showing, like, an ion pack, but, like, partially filled in every time you get one, as a sort of like an HUD type thing, just to, sort of clue you in as to that. Basically, I'm thinking ion packs and ion cells will serve 2 primary purposes. Number 1, possibly 3. Number 1 will be some of the later levels will require a certain number of them to unlock, even if you've also completed the prerequisite levels. Reason for this is to give you some idea of what you're, to have some amount of, I guess you call it replayability, wherein you have to sort of go back to previous levels and do some of the other stuff on the side. As a great comparison for this, and yes, I know I'm ripping off like tons of gameplay elements from this sort of thing, Derp King, what am I about to say?
Spyro.
In the game Spyro 2, you have the orbs that you have to, you're supposed to be collecting. And you can theoretically get through the first 2 worlds of the game without collecting many orbs at all, because those are just based on level completion. You complete all the levels in one world, you go on to the next world. Orbs are a bit different, and orbs do become important once you reach the 3rd level, the third sort of third of the game, when you need orbs to unlock levels, including the final boss fight. So that's similar to how ion packs are going to be used in Quaternion. Now, obviously, Quaternion's a bit different, as it doesn't have the same sort of tiered level system. Rather, which levels unlock which other levels will be some sort of complex graph that I'll have to, have visual cues for in the game at some point. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that. But in any case, so getting ion packs will then be helpful in unlocking levels. The second thing that they'll be used for is, I'm thinking, since the world is going to be sort of a big world where you have to go through levels to get to other levels, and there'll be sort of little hub-type worlds, not really hub-type worlds, but worlds in between the actual levels that you have to sort of go through just via transportation. I will probably be using ion packs and ion cells to give you, like, sort of shortcuts. So that, like, you can go across the entire map once you have enough of them, just to simplify getting to the levels you need to get to. The third thing is I might also have some sort of upgrades that they unlock. I'm thinking those will probably be at least mostly cosmetic, for the reason that it gets really hard, like, to design levels. Like, if I actually gave you better physical abilities, it gets kind of hard to design levels around that, such that the easy levels can still be beaten without them, but there aren't, like, places where you can go, like, glitch out of, like, the bounds of the normal level and to some other part that you're not supposed to be able to get to.
Yeah, that becomes
otherwise
really tricky, because, like, if you give the marble higher jump height, then it means...
Then, oh, look, all of these walls in this maze in that one level, yeah, you can just skip that whole thing. Which, might not necessarily be a terrible thing, depending. Like, if you make that a really advanced upgrade, such that, like, you'd have to play almost every other level, at that point you almost kind of want to give, hey, But I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I apparently sound like John Green. I don't know who John Green is. I also have a Skype message. What's that?
Threefolder, stop disturbing us.
Dang it, Threefolder. So, at this point, this stuff with the ion packs is... Well, let me actually quit out of the game so that you can see how ion cells show up in the save file. Ha ha ha! I have ion cells. As you can see here, ion cells are numbered by level and then indexed within the level. Index within the level is just a property you have to set on the object. Ion cells and ion packs both use that system. Also, some ion packs will be hidden. Like, for instance, in the security level, there's that tic-tac-toe board. If you win at tic-tac-toe, it's going to end up spawning an ion pack. That won't appear until you actually complete it. Now, because of the way objects tend to work in Torque, I'm not sure if I'll actually create the ion pack, or if it'll just be like it's hidden, and then when you complete the game, it unhides. Or I'll do the really weird, cheap thing that I did in Project Dragon, and it's set to be like 10,000 units away from the rest of the level, and then when you beat Tic-Tac-Toe, it teleports back. I actually did that for some of the things, like, so you know in Project Dragon there were those things that like block off certain parts of the level, and you have to like, yeah, I did that, that's how those worked. And the thing is, those got glitchy, because then if you'd save the level in the level editor,
then it would stay.
It would change the position and teleport it another 1,000 units away. So when I actually released PD, I had to go through and teleport them all back to where they were supposed to be. It sucked.
When you guys should totally play Project Dragon if you haven't already. It's on MarvelBlast.com.
Yes, you should totally play it, because it's kind of sucky, and it's an old project, and...
I mean, it's not that sucky. I mean, it's at least somewhat
well, I mean, it's kind of... Okay. Project Dragon was half somewhat poorly designed, and the other half way too ambitious. But, I mean, hey, it is... I at least released what I have, and you can take a look at it and see, here's, it's a learning experience. It really is. Looking back and seeing, okay, here's how I designed this, and wow, that feature kind of sucked, and... Oh yeah, I should actually stream the second half of that crappy Zelda game at some point.
Oh yeah, you should.
Okay, I will admit Quaternion is also a bit ambitious, but
Treefolder is doubting you.
Is he a tree now?
Yes, he is.
So at this point, Treefolder thinks I should stream a certain other project.
Oh god.
I'm gonna wait until like Jeff or High Guy gives the okay on that.
Wait, so do we even have the files for that? Like,
I don't know.
what? Okay, wait, was the Unity version like the last thing we did before it got shut down? Or
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the Unity version was the last version. I don't know if we still have that. I don't know. The Treefolder has confirmed that he is in fact a tree. That's good to know.
What kind of tree are you?
Yeah, what kind of tree are you? What kind of tree would he be, do you think?
A marble tree. Or a tree that grows folders.
A tree that grows folders. He says that he's a bit... Oh, wait, that says birch. He's a birch tree.
Great.
So, yes.
Alright, so does anyone have any questions for...
Yes, anybody have any questions regarding Quaternion? I guess I'll fire up Quaternion and play through the security level just to have something on the screen.
You can also ask Derp King questions, too.
Yes, any questions for Derp King? Any questions for me? Does Derp King have any questions for me? Do I have any questions for Derp King? Does Derp King have any questions for you guys? Does
Ready.
Whirly have questions for
Set.
Derp King?
Go.
Will Whirly Gig stop referring to himself in the third person?
That's a good question.
Is Derp King actually at your house? I'll let Derp King answer that.
Yes, I actually am at his house. We've been having lots of fun together, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you know that one XKCD where they like it's been half an hour and they haven't thought of what to do? Yeah, well, it's been more than half an hour.
Ooh. Sorry, I'm not sure. Is that too much
Ready.
information?
Set.
Oh yeah,
Go!
Treefolder wants us to take a picture together.
Great.
Now here's the thing, like... I told him that we probably wouldn't post it to the forums, and like he still wants us to take one. I think he's going to like put it in like his, senpai shrine or whatever.
Ready.
Senpai shrine.
I'm kidding. You haven't heard about you've never heard of that.
Heard of what?
So okay, it's a cultural like stereotype thing where it's like, I don't know how do you describe it? It's like this Japanese thing where
I get that.
oh.
I was just curious what you meant by senpai shrine.
Well, like one of the things is like so like there's this game called Yandere Simulator.
Yeah, I know about it.
Have you seen that game?
Yeah.
How she has like the shrine where it's like the little like
Oh, that's
weird
what you're
thing.
talking about.
Yeah. Of course, I'm kidding. Threefolder wouldn't do that.
And plus, if we posted on the forums, then it would probably just turn into whatever the Japan Hangai topic turned into.
Oh gosh, with all the photoshops.
All of Legenda's dank photoshops.
So I've been memorizing Legenda's number. I'm kidding. Yeah. I put a post up on Facebook talking about memorizing Legendless constant. I'm probably butchering that pronunciation horribly. And for a second, Derp King thought I meant Legenda's constant, and he was like, "What the heck?" But yeah, it's a number. You should look it up sometime. It's very hard to memorize. A lot of digits. Okay, why is it that like every time I jump on this platform, I bounce?
Oh yeah,
in a
Buzz's
weird direction?
photoshops were great. Like 10 out of 10 right there.
10 out of 10 would shop again.
11 out of 10 with Rice.
7.8 out of 10. Too much buzz music.
You can never have too much Buzz music, Worley.
Alright, well, Threefolder has to leave, so we have not as many trees around.
I mean, I guess we can take a picture if you really want to.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm ready for that level of commitment yet. Oh my gosh. Well, MF apparently predicted what you were about to say there.
Or I predicted what MF was about to say.
Ooh, conspiracy. That was actually kind of loud. So yes, any questions regarding Quaternion design or random crap? And knowing how this typically goes, I can tell you exactly which one of those it's going to be. MF has a question.
Alright. Bring it.
Explain how I got Bloom with Torque. What I'm currently using is software called Reshade. If you look it up, reshade.me, that's reshade.me, it basically, how it works is you use it to, like, replace one of the OpenGL DLLs in the game directory. Or DirectX, it actually works with both, but I'm using it with OpenGL. And then it patches it to add post-processing shaders. It works pretty well in my experience. Apart from the fact that when I first started using it, so I had a couple of weird glitches. When I first started using it, half of the shaders would also like invert the hue of everything for no reason. And it turns out that was because I don't know what was, oh dang it.
Ooh.
I don't know what was causing it, but when I updated my graphics drivers, it fixed the problem. So update your graphics drivers, kids. Also, it has a problem with JPEG textures where if you view them from far away, weird lines appear on them in various colors. It's weird.
That's weird, yeah.
But Quaternion's using strictly PNGs.
Oh,
So,
that's good.
yeah. I think it's somehow like it's probably like it has to do with the MIP mapping. I know that.
Probably, yeah.
I think it's probably like trying to MIP map it, but not taking the compression into account or some such. I don't know. It's weird. But in any case, Reshade might be used in the final version of Quaternion, but I'm thinking maybe not, because hopefully by the time Quaternion is done, they'll have the shader engine out. This sucks.
And if they don't, then we'll just kidnap Jeff and make him work on it.
Yeah, we'll just take it. We'll just drive over to Jeff's place. Drive all the way over. Several states over. Put a bag over his head and throw him in the back of the car. And if he complains, we'll just say shut up, or else we'll I don't know. What would we do to Jeff to torture him?
That's a good question.
How about this? Here's what we do. We rip up photographs of Bernie Sanders like very slowly and make him watch. And meanwhile, we burn pictures of Bernie Sanders in front of Jeff's face until he can't take it anymore. And we give him ballots, and then like force him to check off Donald Trump on them, and like watch him as he like screams in horror. Oh hey, I actually made it!
Wow.
Yay!
That like almost never happens.
Anyway, MF has a question. You would know this. You're the guy who's obsessed with hardware. He says he bought an R9 390 with an i3 and wants to upgrade soon. Should he get an i7 from the Ivy Bridge generation or upgrade straight to Skylake?
Well, you would probably be better off just upgrading to Skylake, to be honest, because I mean, yes, you could get an Ivy Bridge i7, and I mean, it would be fine, but like, if you want to upgrade, you might as well just get the latest thing available. I mean, yeah, you'll have to get a new motherboard, you might have to get new RAM, but I don't know. I think it might be worth it, especially for the long term.
Words of wisdom from Derp King, everybody. Of course, you would be the kind of guy to recommend the other brand of processor, right?
No.
I'm making a joke based off of...
Oh, okay.
If you didn't get the joke, just... I don't know. He says he will have to get new RAM, but agrees with your analysis. So, yay! Physics bugs. Yeah, the physics are sometimes weird like that. I think basically the fix that's built into Bullet that I implemented also introduces a couple of slight weird glitches sometimes.
Oh, does it? I mean, Jeff hasn't had any issues yet, so I don't know.
I don't know. I think Jeff has had some slight issues, but in like esoteric cases, but I'm having more of them. I might have to look at that at some point.
Oh, great.
Yay!
I love Bullet.
Physics bugs again. Okay, AMD or NVIDIA?
Neither.
Ooh. Namely?
Well, I mean... I think the whole, like, brand loyalty thing is pretty stupid, to be honest, because, I mean, if you only go AMD or you only go NVIDIA, you're going to end up screwing yourself, because, I mean, some of them perform better than others. So, I mean, for the most part right now, AMD stuff is, like, all faster. The only NVIDIA card that's really faster than the AMD counterpart at this point is the 980 Ti, so...
Ready, set, go!
There were words in that sentence. I'm not nearly as knowledgeable as... What? No! This texture should be... That texture is off by half a tile. Dang it, dang it, dang it.
Yes, MFP is correct. The 390 and the 970 have similar performance, but the 390 outperforms it for the same price, so...
Wait, they have similar performance, but the one outperforms the other.
Well, Similar meaning they're close, but they're not identical.
Right, okay. Man, I suck at this game.
Ready, set,
You suck at your own game. Wow. Okay, good.
go.
I know, right? Any other wonderful questions for either of us? If you want to know anything about gaming PC hardware, just ask Derp King. That's, I think, what we just established.
Or if you want to know anything about dank memes, ask me too.
Hey, I might know a few things about dank
Set.
memes.
Go.
Hey, we haven't had any dropped frames yet. That's
Yay.
yay, that's lucky.
Ready, set,
So, Derp King, any cool PQ
Go!
insider information that you can tell us?
Let me think. Well, not exactly PQ related, but the Halloween update's coming soon. That's pretty cool.
Ooh, Halloween update. Are you adding the Nether?
Possibly. Nah,
Guys.
but anyway, there are going to be spooky ghosts that are 3 spooky 5 me.
The question is, are there going to be scary, spooky, or is it spooky, scary?
ready,
Spooky, scary
Set.
skeletons that send shivers down your
Go!
spine.
Yes, but only if you thank Mr. Skeletal.
What are we dressing up as? What are you going to dress up as for Halloween?
I'm gonna dress up as Jeff.
Dude, that's going to be way too scary. I think you gotta tone it down. You know, there are children around.
Alright.
Oh gosh. Here's what you do. Put on a pair of glasses and try to look old and Jewish.
Great.
No, that should be what Jeff does. Oh my gosh, I can totally picture that, actually. It's just me, or can you totally picture Jeff dressing up as Bernie Sanders for Halloween?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, an MFP. I imagine there will be a ton of people dressing up as Donald Trump this Halloween.
Oh gosh, I am sure. A lot of political candidates. You know, what would be really weird on Halloween is to be like Bernie Sanders, and somebody comes to your door dressed as Bernie Sanders, and you're like, hey, and the kid's like, oh my gosh, it's you! And it'd be great.
Sure. Yes, Jeff can be Chris Christie.
You know, I was about to say that I'm not going to dress up for Halloween, but I actually will be in costume on Halloween.
So you are dressing up.
Well, here's the thing. I'm in a play at my school, and we happen to have a performance on Halloween.
Is it a spooky performance?
Not really. It's a Shakespearean comedy,
Aw.
and doesn't have anything too spooky. Like, okay, to be fair, I guess The Tempest could be considered a Shakespearean comedy and has some somewhat spooky stuff in it, like it has spirits and such. Same could be said of Midsummer Night's Dream, but we are doing neither of those. We are doing Much Ado About Nothing, and the spookiest thing that happens in that entire play...
set, go.
Okay, there is a scene at the end where everybody goes around wearing masks, and, like, it turns out one of them is somebody who seems like she's back from the dead, but that's not really spooky. I don't know. Like, it's not supposed to have a spooky vibe to it at all. Oh gosh. Reminds me of the freaky, like, you know, the weird forest scene from the end of The Merry Wives of Windsor.
Ready,
Where they're all, like...
set,
There's the scene at the end of another Shakespeare comedy where, like, they're all gathering around trying to, like, spook this guy out, like, and it's hilarious. Merry Wives of Windsor is a great show. It's basically, like, everybody's trying to prank everybody else, and it's... yeah. You know, the great thing about Shakespeare is it was written, like, you know, hundreds of years ago, and you can still make it relevant. Like, that's how you know that Shakespeare was a great author.
Well, yeah, that's exactly it. What are you trying to do here exactly? Is that like a button or something?
No, it's a thing that you're supposed to be able to see, but it's funny that you can like actually go into here.
Oh, you're just messing around basically.
Yeah, I'm just messing around.
So what is that supposed to be then?
Oh, that's one of the codes. So like these doorways have codes that you have to like press the buttons to
Ooh.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Have you not seen this level? I've shown this level like 5 streams in a row.
I mean, I have, but like, I don't know. Okay, I haven't watched all your streams.
How could
So it's
you
like,
betray
if you
me
mentioned
like
that in a
this?
stream, then I probably missed it. But
Oh, by the way, if you're glancing at the time on my computer, keep in mind that's Eastern time. Because I actually...
Even though you're in Central Time Zone right now.
Yeah. Well, for most of the time these days, I'm in the Eastern time zone, so... MF says, this is the first stream I've watched since about a year ago. What was I streaming a year ago? Was I streaming anything a year ago? I don't know. Eastern Time Master Race, man.
MFP says I should be Kiki and Worley should be Tombo. I agree, except Worley should be Kiki. Sorry.
What the frack is that? Like, you seem to know what he's referencing.
Kiki's Delivery Service. It's an anime movie.
And what are Kiki and Tombo exactly?
I haven't actually seen it, but I think Kiki's like a girl or something. I don't know.
Oh. Well, I'm not a girl. If that was unclear to anybody, I'm not. Just getting that out there, because, We've had confusion about that in the past in the Marble Blast community. Not for me, but, you remember all the stories
What,
with
the whole time where like Zelda set his profile to be
Yeah,
female?
for the longest time, Pascal's profile said female. Okay, actually, it was Zelna, and I didn't realize that Zelna was the same person as Pascal. I just thought it was another person who was really good at Marble Blast. Also, the best part is, because I thought Zelna was female for, like, the longest time, in my head, I was shipping Zelna with Matan.
Oh god.
I mean... Actually, not like that couldn't be a thing if they are both guys. I mean, hey, he was wearing a pink shirt during SGDQ, right?
Ooh.
Ooh. Nah, I'm kidding, of course. I mean, I'm not kidding. He was wearing a pink shirt during SGDQ, but but obviously,
No, it's August. That's Zelna. XELNA. Yeah.
yeah, Zelna.
Interestingly, he speedruns Zelda. So
He does speedrun Zelda, and is really freaking good at it too. That stream was great.
really freaking good, meaning like one of the best players in the world. But okay.
Well, yeah, if that's not really freaking
Actually, I
good.
mean the best player in the world because they get like the WRs.
Really? Oh, wow.
think
Nice. I've always thought speedrunning was kind of interesting, It's like, hey,
Oh, speedrunning is super interesting. I would do it if I actually had the time for it.
yeah. But yeah, and then there was Spy, too. Because I forget what their Spy's profile was set as female, but, like, his avatar was, like, some female anime character.
You know, as soon as you said spy, the first thing that came to mind is that audio clip of Matan screaming spy whenever
You try to hack the leaderboards.
Oh. When we were talking about Spy, here I am thinking, gentlemen? Bonus points if you've seen that video. Ixelna. Yeah, it's Ixelna and his friend Xavier. To be fair, Xavier's kind of a weird name, isn't it? Is that how it's actually supposed to be pronounced? Purple. Ooh. Oh gosh, the "you're dead" sound. That is so long ago, MF. Wow. That was great back in the day. You're dead.
I still like the one thing that the MVP guys did once, where they replaced all the sound effects with Baton's voice.
Aren't all the sound effects already Matan's voice?
I mean, like even like the marble sound effects and everything.
Ready.
Well, yeah, isn't it Matan going? Not kidding.
And then they had like fingers on the screen or whatever, like pushing the marble. That was great.
Is orange supposed to be the level end? You say. Where are you seeing orange? The level end. The level end is down here. Except it's not yet, because I don't actually have a level end yet. I should get on that. Oh, what do you think of the texturing on these towers, by the way?
It's pretty neat.
Is that, yeah, that...
Makes them stand out.
It
Kind of
does.
adds like, yeah.
Give me 1 second here.
MF has an idea of having audio packs in the download area of MV.com. That would be interesting.
That would be interesting. Isn't there already an audio pack in, like, one of the miscellaneous sections?
Although you have to remember that adding a download section to the site involves making Hi Guy do work, and that's not going to happen.
Yeah, and Hi Guy, you know, is Hi Guy.
You just fell, and now you're like falling endlessly.
Oh, yes, I am.
Out of bounds trigger.
But yeah, those pillar textures were actually made by Weather Wonders, so
Set.
Ooh.
yes.
Go.
He was just like, oh, here, I made some textures for Quaternion, have fun. And I'm like, oh, cool, these actually look kind of nice. Why am I on
He's
Windows
on Windows 7 because he's a pleb.
Okay, hey. No, I'm on Windows 7 because Windows 8, like, I got used to it eventually, but eh. And plus, whenever a newer version of Windows comes out, there's always talk of compatibility issues. But honestly, and then of course there's the whole like rumors of Windows 10 like logging all of your keystrokes that I've heard about. Are those actually a thing, or
I don't know enough to say anything about it.
oh, he can't comment. That must mean that Microsoft is using him as a plant, right?
I can't confirm or deny that.
Ooh.
Aw, MF's Minecraft server stopped working.
Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, but see, that's the kind of thing that, you know, I just don't want to fuss around with changing operating
I
systems
mean, hey,
right
Windows
now.
7 is perfectly fine, so...
Let's
if it
put
works
this
for
way.
you, then...
Let's put it this way. I don't still use XP, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, Marble Blast is probably fine. I mean, well, the thing is, whenever you switch OSs, there's always like some program that
what
doesn't.
just happened?
Oh, so this is something that I've been meaning to change for a while, but haven't gotten around to it yet. There used to be an archway here, and I removed it in the version that's used for like the actual for like the level's appearance, but I didn't re-export the collision mesh.
Oh.
So the physics engine still thinks there's an archway here. But incidentally, this is how you would go about making invisible walls and such.
August wants to know what this keylogger stuff is about. Basically, there have been rumors that people using Windows 10 are being like spied on by Microsoft. I mean, I don't really know to what extent they're true. There is some sort of data collection going on, but I don't know how specific it is, and if like Microsoft actually has any access to it, or if it's just used for like machine learning or something. So
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I would hope that they just use it for machine learning. But then again, there have been some pretty sketchy stories in the past. Like, there was that one time that Facebook decided to manipulate people by like changing how many positive and negative stories showed up on their news feeds just to see how they would react. I'm not even joking. This was a thing, and they didn't tell anyone. And they argued that it was technically in the TOS. So, corporations will be corporations, okay? That's like nobody's going to deny that, except for the corporations, because of course they will, because corporations. Personally, I'm not terribly worried. It's not like I've been on too many sketchy websites that they would be able to tell I'm typing in the addresses for. But actually, if I were to be worried about that, I should be worried about Google, because, you know...
I mean, yeah, they have access to your entire search history.
Yeah, that is true. So, you know, I can see exactly what kinds of weird crap I've been looking up. Yeah. But no.
Right. Yeah, they can figure out you're looking at all that marble porn.
Oh yes, hot marble on marble action. I wonder if I still have that picture I made once where
Oh God.
one time I was really bored. I forget what the context of this was, but I took like 2 marbles from MBG and had them like bumping up against each other and just put like a black rectangle over the overlap.
Oh, I think I remember that.
Also, MF, your name changed colors for some reason.
Because he's swag.
Is it because he's swag?
Set. Go.
I try my best not to say bad words, says MF.
Oh, he changed the color of his name. I see.
I didn't even realize you could do that on Twitch, but Wow, what do you have against August, man? You don't want to be the same color as... You don't want to be the same color as someone? Dude! That is... No, I'm kidding.
Go.
So... Any other questions about Quaternion? Or anything else?
You should just make an account on one of those sites where you can like anonymously ask people
Ready.
questions.
Set.
Oh yeah, those
Go!
sites are a thing, aren't they? I should run an AMA. I'm the primary developer of Quaternion. AMA. MF, letting you know right now, your current name is Pink. So if you were colorblind and didn't realize that that was Pink, and
Set.
you know, and you know, anyway. 90% of questions, what's Quaternion? Yeah, if I did it in just like the general... I should do it on the Marble Blast subreddit, which nobody ever posts to. I think there are literally...
Wait, there's a Marble Blast subreddit?
There is a Marble Blast subreddit. There are like 3 posts on it. Here, let's take a look, okay? So... Here you go, r/Marble Blast. 3 posts.
Share improvements in Marble Blast Platinum.
Oh look, one of the people who posted deleted their account. Wonderful.
Wait, Hi Guy and Jeff are moderators? There's moderators, Hi Guy and Jeff.
And who's a Koopa Shell?
Probably the original creator.
Oh.
Hey, he plays Binding of Isaac.
Ooh, Afterbirth. That's right. There's DLC for Rebirth now, isn't there?
I guess so, yeah.
It's been so long since I played Rebirth.
Alright, we should stop looking at this guy's post history.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy, isn't it? But look, here's Hi Guy posting shaders.
Flag.
That looks nice. Hey, whatever happened to Paperboy?
Uh-oh,
He kinda,
Kelly's
like,
here.
He kind of like disappeared.
I don't know.
I'd like to see him again. You know, at least posting something, making sure that, you know. I need to install MVP on a drive other than C.
Jeff comments 2 months later.
Oh gosh! Wow, nice question, response rate there, Jeff. But yeah, there is a Marble Blast subreddit.
All right.
Ready, set, go!
I should make a subreddit called PQ Circle Jerk, where you just go in there and you spam PQ memes.
MF is apparently laughing maniacally. Not quite sure what that's about.
So I'm curious, are there any other levels in Quaternion aside from this?
Well, there's the other one I was showing.
Oh, the lights out one.
Yeah,
Oh,
those are the only two so far.
Ready,
Yep.
set, go!
Yeah. It's going to be a while before Quaternion is anywhere close to done. But yes. I think August says, I think more people should know about Marble Blast.
well, to be fair, there are like I'm pretty sure there are over like 10,000 users registered on the forums, but I mean none of them actually play the game actively.
How many of them are Chinese bots?
So the thing is that people know about Marble Blast, but they just don't. It's hard to keep them playing.
Yeah. Well, it's like what happened is, it's like over the summer during SGDQ when like we did, a couple of people donated to get like Marble Blast mentioned during Zelna's speedrun of Link to the Past.
Oh yeah.
And he said like, oh yeah, Marble Blast is a cool game, you guys should play it.
Set,
Hi Guys showed me the spike in traffic on MarbleBlast.com that resulted from that. It was glorious.
Well, that also happened. There was the one time when a dude was playing Marble Blast Ultra, and at the end he said, you guys should go to MarbleBlast.com. And then we also got a spike.
Yeah. So the thing is, we get spikes, and maybe like a few people end up joining from one of those. I don't know. But I think generally people just look and go, oh yeah, this is kind of cool, but, aren't really sure if they want to
Or
necessarily...
they just say,
be
wow,
active
this game
in it.
is still a thing, and then just leave.
Yeah, that's true. Because, like, for a lot of people, it's like, oh yeah, it's that game I played back in 2003. Fun fact, I have legitimately had Marble Blast since 2003. Like, I'm not even joking. I've checked back on the like, purchase history on my dad's Garage Games account. We bought that game in 2003.
Oh yeah, and NFP made a good point too. The game is a pretty like huge skill gap, so it takes a lot of effort to learn. So that can turn some people off.
That is true. Back in the day, I could beat every beginner level except for Grand Finale. For whatever reason, Grand Finale I could just never like beat.
Huh.
I would always like screw up one part of it or another.
ready,
I could beat the first intermediate
go!
level, but not Monster Speedway qualifying, and had no chance on Thrill Ride. So basically, since oh gosh, Emacs. I used to have an Emac.
Emacs is in the text editor or is in the computer?
The computer.
Okay.
I don't know if I have Emacs, the text editor, installed on anything.
So I mean,
at
if
the
he was
moment.
talking about the text editor, I was about to kick him from the stream because Vim is better. But whatever.
Wait, what? Dude, Stallman! Like, Stallman is going to find you and hunt you down for saying that.
set,
Well, he'd have to do it using completely free software, so I don't know about that.
Oh! No, there are open source katanas out there, I'm sure. Anyway, but yeah, so, what was I going to say? I was in the middle of saying something about Marble Blast. Oh yeah, I think basically what happened is that I eventually, like, I realized that custom levels were a thing and started playing custom levels, and that's sort of what trained me to get better at the game.
Oh yeah.
MF apparently got bullied hardcore for being in first grade and better than all the 6th graders at Marble Blast. Oh gosh, I feel old. Like, when I was in first grade, Marble Blast wasn't a thing yet.
Yeah, that's true.
Da House? Oh gosh, is Da House the level I think it is? Was that the one where you're like in a house and you can like go into the basement and there's like you have to like avoid out of bounds triggers in the basement? Oh my gosh, the nostalgia level. Yeah. Oh man, that was such a great
went to
level.
a pretty hardcore school.
MF. It wasn't a basement, it's a playroom. Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What kind of playroom?
Got leather in there? Is it, like lots of, whips and chains? Or is it more of a stuffed animals kind of thing? I don't know. Oh yeah, MF was in Slovakia at some point. That's right, is it Slovakia? MF, where exactly is your, Eastern European ancestry from?
I don't know if he wants to answer that.
Yeah. Let's, Awkward silence.
Alright, guys, any more questions?
Yeah, anybody have any more questions? Because otherwise I think I'm gonna... Ah. Oh! That makes sense. I'm not going to repeat what he said because he might have privacy concerns, but MF just explained it to us.
Ready.
You keep falling through that
Set.
gap.
Go.
I guess I do, don't I? So, August doesn't realize that bilingual people are a thing. And
Ready.
I'm bilingual. I can speak
Set.
English and I can also speak Jeff English.
Go.
no. I'm very multilingual. Like, how many languages do I know? Let's see. I know English, C, Java, Scheme. I'm picking up a little bit of Python. C Sharp. Let's see. What else do I know?
Kelly, shut up. You know Swedish.
I know. Oh, there's yeah, I used to know a little bit of LOL code, but remember back when that was a thing? MF can... interesting. So MF apparently knows 2 languages plus half of one plus a third of another plus a little bit of another or something like that? I don't know. I've been trying to pick up a slight amount of Japanese lately, just out of amusement.
Set. Go.
Japanese is weird.
Yeah.
Like, there are at least 10 different versions of the pronoun I,
Yeah.
and it's not grammatical, it's like based on what tone you want to convey. Like, there's the formal I, and then there's the slightly masculine in some contexts I, and then there's the, you can only use it if you're in front of your boss who's at least 5 years younger than you and has a pink bow tie I. I'm kidding, of course.
Yeah. But yeah, I know like a lot of pronouns and stuff in Japanese are like based on like your social status and like relationship
Yeah.
with another person, etc.
MF, I'm looking at that thing that you posted. I think of all of those characters, I recognize... Well, don't keep posting characters. I think of all those characters, I recognize precisely 2 of them. Namely, that one in the second row is no, and then I think there's an E somewhere in the first row.
Yeah, MF, get good. That's very basic Jap according to Callie.
Oh, so today is Saturday. Today is Saturday.
Congratulations. You know what day it is.
I like how at one point we dropped to 3 viewers, and now people are starting to come back going, wait, this is still running?
Set. Go.
But yeah. There's, yeah, I should I should try to learn a bit more Japanese. The hard part about learning Japanese is, like, a lot of it I feel like is vocabulary,
It is.
but to learn vocabulary you have to look it up in, like, a dictionary, and all the dictionaries give, like, pronunciations and stuff in kana, and so I have to learn kana,
Well, yeah.
which is complicated. I think I've learned the hiragana characters for just the vowels so far, and I think I still remember them. I'm not certain, but yeah. I'm not sure how much effort I want to put into it though at this point, especially since I have like 5 other things I'm working on. Because, well, let's see. I'm in school. I'm taking 4 classes. I'm in like 4 clubs, one of which I'm running,
Set.
one of which I'm
Go!
secretary for, but we never really do anything. I'm also, and one of which I reserve rooms for. I guess I'm in like 5 or 6 clubs actually. On top of that, I'm trying to do Quaternion. On top of that, random other personal projects. Yeah. A lot of stuff. So, I'm somewhat busy. Well, if nobody has any other questions, I'm thinking we end the stream here. So,
Aw.
I know, it's sad, but hey, all good things must come to an end.
Ready.
So, anybody have any other
Go!
questions? I'm gonna give you a few seconds to think about it. In the meantime, what should I do in the meantime? Well, MF, if you don't want the stream to end, you'd better think of a question.
Or you could just call us on Skype. We can
Set.
keep talking if you really want to.
Go.
MF's like never on Skype these days. He's on Steam chat sometimes. One v1 me CSGO. I don't even have Counter-Strike. I have the
Ready.
Portal games
Set. Go.
and Half-Life
MVP
2.
co-op. There we go.
I have Half-Life 2. I have Gmod. And TF2. Actually, the only ones I have installed right now are Gmod and TF2, because migrating computers... Not migrating computers, migrating drives? Something like that. I don't know.
Ready. Set. Go.
August wants my Skype account. I'm just going to say this. You can probably guess what it is. That is to say, if you search well enough, you will find my Skype account,
Set.
and then you can just send me a contact
Go!
request, and I may or may not accept it. August says, aha. Oh look, MF's on Skype.
What do you know?
Hey! So, if you're in the Marble Blast community and send me a Skype request, I'll most likely accept it, and then block you if you're incredibly annoying, but, I mean,
Ready.
hopefully you're mature enough? I don't know.
Go.
Oh, what are you doing there?
Nothing.
Kelly, that's kickworthy.
Oh! I think you said Kickworthy earlier, and I was thinking, like, because, like, isn't there, like, a messaging program called Kick? I don't know.
Yes, there is. Oh my gosh.
And I thought that's what you were referencing, and I'm
No.
like, what does that mean? But no. So yeah, I guess I'm going to end the stream here.
All right.
So, say goodbye, Derp King.
Goodbye, Derp King.
Very funny, that joke has been made before.
I know, I'm a comedian.
But yeah, I'll see you all next week.
Yeah.
Stay marble.